Alright. Undefeated is intended for audiences age 18 or older. This visual novel contains scenes that include intense graphic violence, flashing lights, substance abuse, and strong language. Reader, viewer, or listener discretion is advised. So, last time, had quite the emotional bit, at least personally. I didn't exactly mean to share all that. And I'm glad that my microphone didn't pick up on a lot of things that I did say as well. Cause yeah, that was incredibly personal. So essentially, to get to separate myself from that, Xander basically went for another session with Drayden, and he talked about his relationship with his mother and how things tend to go when he has this whole emotional thing going on. And then it turned into a bit of a comedic, do I have feelings for Redline or not? And I'll be honest. I'll be honest here. It is more of a I don't know if it was me in his place. Because it would be just me acting on my emotions for the most part. Well, considering from my point of view, like, and everything, it's like, oh yeah, like, I haven't exactly had anyone to talk to or listen to or even be bothered by in ages. And now we got somebody. But if I'm to think about it in terms of Redline and how much he pushes himself, just to make him satisfied, and also there was that kiss. I have feelings for Redline. Romance. I never really felt like it was for me. I threw out any chance of that happening when I got kicked out. But it's been so long. Maybe I should try to pursue that? What's the worst that can happen? A lot. A lot. Red turns me down, and every interaction we have from that point on is horribly uncomfortable. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, speaking from experience. Yeah, that does sound pretty dang. 3 minutes in. But he did mention that he thought I was cute. Maybe that was his way of telling me how he felt. Oh no. Oh no. He could have been drunk too. Wait, no. Those were non-alcoholic beers, right? Just the thought of asking someone how they feel makes my stomach churn. I shouldn't care how he feels about me. I'm getting too ahead of myself. Stop it. Focus on the now and not Red. Or his soft fur. Or the way he giggles when he tells a stupid joke. I'm and this is probably one of those things that won't go away after talking to him about it. I can keep it secret, but it's a lot harder when they're in your face all the time. Maybe I can talk to Drayden about it. You tried and failed miserably. Wait, I was going to ask Drayden about him and Bucky. God damn it! That would have been the perfect time to bring it up, too. Next time, then. Right now, though, I should probably get the lunch. Before I can get there, though... Xander! He's sprinting down the hall, impressively weaving his way through various groups of people standing between us. Of course, most of them manage to hear his call and step to the side before he accidentally barrels into them. Once he's close enough, he dives towards me. Thankfully, I'm used to this. I catch the hyena, letting his momentum carry us in a spin before I hold him close. Oh no. Oh no. Red has an apparent blush on his face and giggles a bit before he speaks. Dude! I just got an email that says I need to be in attendance at lunch today. Is that a good thing? Yeah, usually. Usually means there's a surprise title fight coming up. A surprise fight? I suppose it has been a few weeks since his last one after all. But 4-0 and getting a shot at the title already? I didn't think it was matchmaking day yet. It's not! I mean, not for another week or something. Wouldn't they rather do it then? Not if it's a sudden replacement. Like how with my last fight, I got swapped in at the last minute. That is true. Well, whatever it is, sounds pretty exciting. Red's already tugging my arm as if trying to sprint to the cafeteria. I managed to keep up. We both managed to find a seat pretty quickly. Red tore through the lines in an effort to get seated faster. You know that it won't matter how fast we eat. They'll announce it at the same time regardless. The yin looks at me with a mouth full of food and swallows. Maybe they'll see how fast I'm eating and announce it sooner. He answers quickly, opting to shove more food in his face. The lunch goes on for a while, Redline getting more and more anxious the longer it lasts. Your whine sounds like those videos where the dog is waiting at the door for its owner to come back home. So we do have dogs in this universe. It's our anxious whine. It's been passed down through our family for generations. Do you have any other sounds? He proceeds to sample a few other whines. Those all sound the exact same, but with different lengths. Yeah, the length of the whine indicates the intent behind it. See, it's actually really interesting. I did some research on how sounds have evolved through... Oh, thank goodness. He looks like he's about to explode. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you've been enjoying your lunch. I have a few very special announcements to make. You finally getting married? I'm all ready. You're trying for a baby? How far along are you? Yeesh. He's dying out there. And I'm dying over here! Just breathe the God! Oh no. A few people, Theodore included, turned to the source of the sound. I never heard Redline sound that aggressive. There was even a growl in his voice. The rabbit clears his throat and continues. Would the following 12 fighters please come up to the steps here in front of me? He proceeds to list off a few names of people I don't recognize. Each name is accompanied by a resounding cheer from the audience. And last but not least, Redline Greyfang. I've never seen Red move this fast. He's up the steps like a streak of lightning and lines up with the rest of the fighters. Due to the excellent performance of these 12 fighters, Fang is excited to offer everyone standing up here a promotion. Tier 1 fighters are now Tier 2 fighters. Tier 2s are now Tier 3s. The crowd's already erupted into cheers, applauding their friends and colleagues. I do notice a few people that are clearly not happy, with one or two of them stomping out of the cafeteria. But the smile on Redline's face is too perfect. He doesn't know where to look, so his head keeps darting to the crowd, then to me, then to the fighters next to him, then back to me. His tail swats the guy next to him on accident, but he's too happy to get scared when the big cat growls at him. You 12 will get a new email detailing your contracts and room assignments shortly. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, this was the screw over. This was the massive screw over that the commissioner was planning. I think this is the first time I've seen Theodore leave the lunchroom without being harassed. Wait, room assignments? We're getting new roommates. Dude! He's beaming as big as ever as he returns. I'm wondering if you heard everything Theodore said. It was pretty loud at the end there. Congratulations, Red. That's huge. What's the pay raise? I think it's like double? And that's double from the previous pay rate before it was docked a few months ago. More vacation days, unlimited cafeteria access, private coaching? This is huge, dude! I'm really happy for you, Red. Thanks! Ow! Grats! Bruce walks by, bonking Red on the scalp. I catch him winking at Redline before walking off with his crowd of friends. I guess that counts as discreet. Nobody else could have noticed. At least Red knows enough not to make a big deal out of it in front of everyone. But his tail is still wagging. We get rid of our trays and head on up to our room. So, when does it take effect? I think it's immediate. Let me check the email. He whips out his phone and scrolls for a bit. Yep, says effective immediately. And there's a bonus too. I get 5 vacation days right away. That's awesome. So he wins one fight and gets promoted? He gets all that incredible while I'm still fighting Bruce forever. This is so stupid. I'm working my ass off fighting some massive animal and I barely make it out alive, and I can't even get a day off. He doesn't deserve this. I deserve it. I swear to God, Wait, stop. I'm freaking out. What did Drayden say again? Ground myself. Find something I can grab. I reach over and grab Redline's wrist. It just sort of happens. I wasn't thinking. I don't know. I just need to breathe. I look to him. Hey, you all right? I don't know. Oh, well, here, let's, We're by our room, so Redline quickly opens the door and pulls me inside. Before I know it, we're sitting in our respective beds. Red has both my hands in his thumbs rubbing small, gentle circles on mine. You're breathing really fast. Am I? I am. Try to slow it down. I am. In and out. There you go. My brother's had panic attacks like this all the time. Everything's gonna be okay, I promise. Thanks. Sorry. He laughs. What are you apologizing for? For getting mad at you about your promotion? That's what I should have said, but I don't want him to know I was thinking that. For grabbing you like that. Red rolls his eyes. It's all good, Xander. Honest. You startled me for a second, but I'm just glad you're okay. He starts to pull away, but I hold on to his hands. I think he gets the picture. Take all the time you need, man. Time passes, and my head starts to clear. I'm glad I didn't lose my cool at him again. He doesn't deserve that. Not after he got this kind of news. All better? I think so. Thanks, Fred. Happy to help, man. You said you helped your brothers like that? He gives a nervous laugh. Yeah, for a while it was rough. I think everyone in my family has problems with it, but Blake and Grant especially had it bad. Don't know why, but Dad seemed to have it out for them. They weren't really, masculine or whatever. Soft, but like in a nice way, Dad always gave them calling them sissies or sensitive. Sheesh. That sort of thing. He never really cared what they got up to unless it was something he hated. Ooh. Ouch, man. Then he get mad at him. I wasn't old enough to remember too much about Grant, but Mom always made sure to point out how he stopped smiling in family photos. He loved hearing that every time we looked through the albums. Blake and I are only 2 years apart, so we shared a room. He was always really quiet, really shy, really bad at eye contact or just, talking to anyone. Oh, boy. Wow, Blake reminds me of myself. Grant went off to college just as Blake got into high school. But when he came back for the summer, he was totally different. He sat me and Blake down and taught us about stuff like panic attacks and anxiety and everything. I thought it was kind of weird at the time, but Blake was crying and then hugged Grant. He never hugged anyone, not even Mom. Anyways, after that, whenever Blake started freaking out, I was there to help. Not help make it worse. But yeah, Blake and I got really close for a while. Then he went off to college, and none of us really heard from him after. Grant too. They both do their own thing now. I think they hate Dad, and I don't really blame them. There's a beat of silence, and Red shakes his head and sighs. Sorry. Then I didn't mean to ramble on like that. So, you're feeling okay? Sounds like your dad's a real piece of there's reflections here. There's reflections here between myself and certain people I interact with on Discord. I see this message a lot. Not particularly Dad per se, but not particularly a specific parent, but I see this message a lot when I talk. So yeah. Uh-oh. Sorry, I meant... No, he can be a lot. At the very least, it sounds like he wasn't great to your brothers, and suddenly that became your responsibility. I guess that's true. But hey, now I'm able to help other people when they need it. You always manage to look on the bright side of things. Someone has to. He laughs, but I feel like he's playing too cool. That's a lot of pressure for one person to carry. Maybe I should help him. Thanks, Fred. So you can do private coaching now? Yep. Though I'm still considering sticking with Bucky. I've got a score to settle with him. What's the score? 80-0? Hey! I made him tap once! So, 79-1. He laughs and I smile. I guess I should bring it up now. And... rooming? His ears fold a little at hearing that, and he pulls his phone up. Yeah, I have a new room. No word on a roommate yet, but they need me to move today. Actually, right now. Says here that the moving trolleys are only available for a few hours, so... Someone bangs on the door. Both of us snap to attention and Redline goes to open it. Make way, Pipsqueak! The dino stomps in, slamming the door behind him. He's got a stack of moving crates cradled under one arm and drops them down on the floor between our beds. I can hear a lot of commotion in the hall, seeing there's lots of folks moving today. Once Redline peels himself off the wall Bruce shoved him into, he growls playfully. Hey, you can at least say please. Yeah? You gonna be mad if I don't? Get your packed. I thought they were gonna hire moving staff. Hire? The heavyweights volunteered to help. Bruce starts tossing Redline's bed sheets in a moving crate, and Red pulls on his arm. Easy, Bruce. They'll stay here. They aren't mine. Huh? They told me to just throw everything in the container and lug it upstairs. Been a while since I was in the low tier, so I don't remember what came in with the rooms. I remember the sheets being nicer than this. I rip a hole in these just by laying on them. Actually, come to think of it, I did that once. The mattress too. Alright. That is both cheap mattresses and you have problems. Oh, dude, imagine if it was a waterbed and he did that. He laughs loudly, and the two of them scramble to fit everything Redline owns into a few crates. I feel like I should help. So, where exactly is he moving to? I already told you, dumbass. He's going upstairs. What? Did I knock too many brain cells loose in our last fight? He's talking loud, but shows no animosity in his face. Guess he's trying to keep up appearances since the hallway is so full of people. He actually mouths the words sorry at me. I haven't seen the place, but maybe we can see it together? Some sort of emotion wells up inside me. I wouldn't want to see a goal I'll never be able to attain. I shake off and smile. That sounds like fun. Need help packing up? Yeah, like your wimpy little arms are really gonna help cram this in these boxes. Bruce finishes neatly folding up one of Redline's blankets and places it inside another crate. I had no responsibility to help, but I might as well. Somehow we managed to get most of Redline's things crammed into boxes, save for his box of fan, fight sticks, and laundry hamper filled with clothes. 4 crates stacked high in Bruce's arms, with Redline lugging a duffel bag full of assorted goods out the door. Need any help? Bruce laughs as the door opens. Yeah, if we need help crying like a bitch, I'll give you a call. Here, take the shortcut. We make our way into the staircase, going up the stairs this time. 1, 2, 3 flights up. We find a door that looks similar to the one on our level, except... Hey Zan, grab the door. There's a fingerprint lock. Ugh. I can't. I think it should work for me. He presses a thumb to the pad, and sure enough, it beeps and unlocks. Tier 2 hallway. It's wider than ours, and the rooms are spaced further apart, so they must be bigger. Oh man, this hallway is huge! It's like being at a hotel! Laugh because this is just a picture of a hotel. This is just a picture of a hotel that's blurred. You ever sprint down one of those bad boys? Here, watch. Nope. Bruce manages to pluck his claw behind Redline's shirt, and the little guy doesn't even get a chance to try. Your room's down at the end of the hall, I think. Count the numbered rooms all the way down to the opposite end. We got them faster if you let me run. I'm not picking up any you drop. It's still an empty hallway, but Bruce is trying to keep up appearances in case anyone overhears. Redline opens the door and it looks a lot like our bedroom, but with only one bed. Despite the picture being 2 beds and a TV on the table. Small. No, you're just huge, and so is this room. Redline drops whatever he was carrying and does a little twirl, then collapses onto the bed. Look at all this space! I could finally get that dance game machine I was telling you about. Why do you play DDR? Oh my god, you play DDR. Oh no. Oh no. He plays DDR. I have no room for that anymore. Somehow, I don't think it'll fit. Bruce gently sets a stack of crates down, then places each of them on the floor so the stack doesn't topple over. I guess you won't need to keep my extra stuff in your room anymore, Bruce. Wrong character. I guess you won't need to keep my extra stuff in your room anymore, Bruce. Guess not. But I'm sure we can find a better way to store it. Right now, it's all in a big garbage bag in the corner. But I asked you to feed and walk it 3 times a day! Redline goes to start unpacking, but his phone buzzes. He holds it up to his head. Yeah? Huh? I'm moving into the new room. Oh? When does that start? Oh yeah, I can... Oh, so we have to be there early? Right, okay. I'll head down now. What's up? That was Theo. He said that all the new tier 2s have some kind of orientation meeting. Since it's my first promotion, I have to be there early for some extra paperwork or something. Sorry for bailing in the middle of all your help. It's fine. I think we're about wrapped up, but the crates have to be back by tonight, so... Here. Red lifts up the crate and flips it, dumping the carefully folded contents onto the floor. Bruce laughs and does the same thing, clearing the containers in exchange for a huge mess on the ground. There you go. Seems much more your style. What does that mean? Means you're a mess. The 3 of us move into the hall, all walking the same way. Et tu, Zonde? I like to think I'm a clean young man. As far as hyenas go, sure. But I bet that's the cleanest your room is ever gonna be. Hey, that's not true. When I get to tier 3, that room will be spotless. Right. And then you'll move in. Okay, easy. You're gonna be okay while I'm doing this orientation thing? Yeah, I'll be fine. Probably hang out in the library or something. The 3 of us part ways. I start down the library, but before I get there, I remember my phone is still in our room. No, my room. Not our room anymore. I turn around back upstairs to go grab it. My own room, finally. That's what I wanted all this time. Some peace and quiet. I get to the room in record time, or at least it feels faster because I don't have someone talking my ear off. A few of Redline's things are still here. He's still planning to come down and grab them, but I guess that'll happen later. My phone's still charged on the nightstand. I drop down on my bed and let out a long, tired sigh. I'll just hang here for a minute before heading down to the library. No Redline, no Bruce, just peace. And quiet. Feels like a long time since I've been able to relax knowing that someone won't barge into my room. It's nice. Last time I felt like this was right after I moved out of my parents' place. God, I was so scared. My hand was shaking when I went to sign that lease. I'm surprised they even rented a place to a teenager. I guess landlords will do anything if the money's good. I guess landlords can do that. I don't think that's illegal. Hold on. Can teenagers rent apartment. Avoid the AI answer. Okay. Zillow has the answer. Generally, you must be at least 18 years old to rent an apartment in most U.S. states. Most U.S. states. The age requirement exists because renting an apartment requires signing a lease agreement, which is a legally binding contract. Minors are typically unable to enter into such agreements. However, special circumstances can sometimes open doors for younger renters. Understanding these nuances can help make informed decisions about your renting journey. Falls under the age of majority. Most states it's 18. Alabama and Nebraska, it's 19. Mississippi is 21. Oh, that's why, because they can't, because they can't really do much they can't really do much to you if you're 16 or 17 and you manage to rent an apartment. It's just not common. And there would probably be a co-signer. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. Oh man, imagine if I did that way back in 2004. 2000, 2003, 2004. My life would probably be way different. Anyway, I wanted to stay with Vinny for longer, but he done so much for me already. That was such a burden. Maybe I should give him a call sometime. Catch up with him. See how he's doing. Not that I'd be able to visit until I'm out of this hellhole. That would require me to actually win a fight, but everyone knows that won't happen. Bucky and Drayden probably know that much too. They don't know how to break the news to me. Might as well resign to a life of getting my ass beat by Bruce, right? At least he has enough heart to not try to kill me. I need to start being realistic. If I had any sort of value, I'd be winning fights already. I'd be a tier 2 like Red is. So in a way, I probably deserve this. The fights, the lockdown, the isolation, it's all punishment for me. Oh. My self-depreciation is more or less similar to that. No, stop. What am I thinking? I sit up on the bed and immediately notice how fast I'm breathing. Slow down. Breathe. This panic attack never stops, does it? Does being alone with my thoughts for 5 minutes really do that much damage to my psyche? God, I'm pathetic. Just chill the out. My voice reaches no one's ears. I'm alone. I'm alone. Hang on. Someone's at the door. The electric thumb pad beeps and the door unlocks. They still have you registered on my door lock red line? I turn to greet Red and see Bruce standing there alone. He looks more confused than I do. Oh. How'd you get in here? Hi, Zan. He shuts the door quick, beaming wide. I didn't think you'd be back so soon. How did you get in here? I heard you the first time. And I'll keep asking until I get an answer. How did you get in? The door was locked. Leave. Bruce sighs and drops down on Redline's bed, visibly uncomfortable. I didn't mean to creep up on you or anything, honest. I just came back for the last of Redline's junk. Why does your thumb work on our door? Being the champ comes with some privileges. One of those being unlimited access to pretty much anywhere in the facility. So, God, my Bruce voice has changed for like the third time. So, you can get into any room you want. Pretty much. Not that I've tried anything weird. When I got bumped to tier 3 to champion, I left some stuff in my old room. Went down to retrieve it and I was able to unlock the door, even though someone already moved in. Scared the hell out of them. Tried a few other doors after hours, and they all unlocked right away. Been able to do it for years, so it must have been an oversight. So you were just going to sneak into the room? Just to get the rest of Redline's things. I didn't think you'd be in back. Not like I was planning on hassling you or anything anymore. I f***ed you up enough as it is. He looks guilty. I sigh and sit up on my bed, sitting on the side of it facing Bruce. It was really nice of you to help out Redline with the whole move today. Better than some of these other creeps. Really don't want some random heavyweight f***ing with red stuff. Still can't believe Fang wouldn't just hire movers or something. You'd be amazed at all the ways they try to cut costs down here. I was the only one they actually volunteered to help move. It was mandatory for everyone else. I'm sure Red appreciates it. Do you need any help moving the rest of it? I'd need 3 hands, and I really don't want to make a third trip, so sure. We gather up the remainder of his belongings and make our way up the staircase. It's a little awkward, but I don't know which one of us is feeling more uncomfortable. Red's room is still a mess, but he just moved in, so I can't really blame him for that. We set the last few things in the corner while Bruce clears his throat. There we go. This room feels way smaller already. Maybe it'll be better when he tidies up. Yeah, sure. Hey, Zan. Since we're actually alone now, He sighs and clenches his fist. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You don't have to keep apologizing, Bruce. It's fine. No, it's not fine. I should have been more careful with you. Yeah. And I really don't want to make enemies with someone so close to Red. He has too much to deal with already. So, and you don't have to forgive me. I know that. But I just really want you to know how sorry I am for everything. Thank you. I'm glad Red has someone to hang out with. His last group of buds bailed on him. Never liked them anyways. They were creeps. You should be around people that actually give a What? Oh boy, you mean his friends were just there? You mean they were just there, or was it just Red tries to be friends with everybody and he just accepts whatever they do to him so that he actually has company? Because I understand both points of view. I do understand both points of view in that regard. I can't exactly say I've done a good job at giving a about him before recently. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't know. Keep an eye out for him, will you? He's one of the good ones. Fighters, I mean. One of the good ones to have around down here. He lets out a frustrated sigh and drops to sit on the bed. I'm with words. You get what I mean, right? I think so. I sit next to him. The bed is shifted uncomfortably toward his end. just going to be hard if he's on a different tier. Different room, different coach, probably different schedule. Don't worry about the coach thing. I think the little mutt's got a thing for Bucky. He's not going anywhere. But the room thing will be tricky. You gotta keep up appearances, and you don't normally have access to this floor. Not unless someone gives me access. Or I could just win a fight and get into tier 2 easy. Yeah, easy. You actually hit me pretty hard in the last fight. Feels like you've been working out. I roll my eyes. Yeah, I'm sure it was just a lucky shot. But thanks. How do you know Redline? Bruce shrugs. We're co-workers. That's pretty obvious, Bruce chuckles. Nah, Red was pretty hard to miss when he first came down here. Little f***er's loud. But he's also fun to have around. Life of the party. Always coming up with stuff to do when you're bored. Yeah, I know how that goes. I don't think a night went by without him trying to convince me to try something new. Swimming, gaming, treadmill races. You ever take him up on that? Nah. Why not? I don't know. Bruce leans back and smiles. You're missing out, man. He knows how to put a smile on people's faces. Or tries to, at least. All the other guys just laugh at him. Pisses me off real bad. He deserves better than that. Better than all this. There's a beat of silence, and Bruce continues. Anyways, first time I see this guy, he starts freaking out. Like in a good way. Happens all the time when I meet fans. He flashes a cocky grin. For a second, I swear I could see sparkles around his head. But then, get this. He asked to spar with me. Can you believe it? I absolutely can. He tries to spar with Bucky 3 times a week. Right. But that's because he's gay. Because he's a gay little You can't just walk up to the biggest guy on campus and ask to fight him. Anyway, I said yes, but kind of as a joke. Because it's like pulling teeth to get guys my size to roll with me. So, what's this little twerp gonna do? And he choked you out? Yeah, maybe in his wet dreams. I made him tap 20 times in 5 minutes and left him on the gym mats. But the little f***er came back the next day, thanked me, and asked for a rematch. I always feel like that get annoying fast. Maybe if he was an asshole, yeah. But that's the difference between Red and the rest of these creeps. Red gives a He gives a about you, about MMA, about getting stronger. And when we wrestled, he wasn't trying to prove something or get his rocks off or whatever. He actually wants to get stronger, and he has fun doing it. So no, it's not annoying. I'll wrestle him any day. Or at least I would. Until I got a little fun sermon from the commish about fraternizing with the lower tiers. Tiers. I don't have a problem with it. But he went on and on about how it won't harbor the right attitude that they strive for down here. Whatever the that means. And then you joined the picture. And yeah, it's been a minute since I got the hang with Red. Feels like I haven't been a good friend to him. So helping him move is the least I can do. He looks frustrated. Maybe disappointed. It's so hard to tell. But at least I feel like I can lower my guard a little bit. I know what you mean. I haven't done a good job at being too friendly with him. I guess he's waiting for me to continue. The way I lived above ground was totally different. I was alone for a long while. And I kind of expected that to be the same down here. But he just never quit. I didn't get it, and it frustrated me. I didn't deserve it. I still don't think I do. And so I kept being an asshole, expecting him to get fed up and leave. Then I wouldn't have to feel bad that he has to put up with me. Then I could keep being alone, and he could find someone else that deserved his good attitude. Sounds like bullshit. I don't know what you did to think you deserved to be alone, but if you're anything like Red, it's probably bullshit. Plus, he wouldn't try to be your friend if you were an asshole. But I'm glad I finally got an explanation. You said a lot of when you were loopy from those meds. Meds? Oh, right, the trim. That was you. You carried me back to my room after my trim. I thought that was a dream. Nah, you were light as and it was a short trip. Why did you do that? Bruce shrugs. Because I needed to. Who else was gonna bother? I probably could have gotten back on my own. And if you didn't, sorry. Don't start. The last thing I need is another lightweight apologizing for nothing. But if you're really sorry, then pay it forward. What do you mean? Sounds like we both owe Red back for putting up with our bullshit. And I don't know if hanging out in his room without him counts. Oh, yeah. Oh. We really have been here for a while. I let out a small laugh. I don't think it's something to do for him. But we'll probably get in trouble if we stay here for too long. Got any ideas? What? You still want to hang out? Clingy. He flashes a smirk before standing upright, stretching out as tall as the ceiling will let him. Fine, I got an idea, but you might have to break a few rules. Are you going to report me? Don't give me a reason to. His massive hand reaches down, probably to ruffle my hair, but I flinch. There's a pause before he pulls his hand back. Let's go. Where? Bruce had already opened the door. His claw raises to his mouth, signaling me to shush silently. I think a certain person's favorite part is coming up. And I should probably save that for another part. Because I think for the most part, I'm about caught up as far as I know what happens in this. So I think from here on, I think pretty much for the most part here on out, I don't really know what happens. I had a general idea of what transpires up to this point. Just never read it for myself. So, yeah, and it's already been like almost 50 minutes. So I should probably stop. Besides, there's a lot more to edit in this than it was when there's a lot more to edit in this than it is when he's frustrated. Oh, how many F-bombs was that? Oh, no wonder people get editors. Anyway, make a save here. Next weekend, I don't know how much left of this there is, but I don't think there's a whole lot left. All right. Just the feeling. Anyway, I'm going to go. Catch you guys later. Bye.